Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. I'm gonna talk about Cor. Let's take a look at his stats. For 4 stars base attacker, he is really good. If you take a look at his attack stats, it is lower than Chizuru and Gloka, but he gets insane 80% attack boost when you equip Katana. From what I can remember, it is the highest of all 4 stars base attacker, maybe even better than some 5 stars base. Not only that, he also has built-in double hand like ability called Sword Draw. It increases 80% of your equipment attack. This ability may be inferior compared to dual wield, but for newbie players who doesn't have or only has limited numbers of dual wield, then it is a godsend, especially considering he is only 4 stars base. Also, extra 25% accuracy. It may be helpful on the arena to kill that evasive Noctis. He also gets health plus 20% and spirit plus 10%, which are good for his survivability. And like Noctis, he also has counter healing ability, so you may create annoying build like Noctis if you want to, but let's just use that Ring of Lucy on Noctis himself. Other than that, he has resist against blind, confuse, and disease. Not the best elements resist, but at least you will be glad knowing that he won't kill your party member because of confusion. He also has that useless auto regen. So enough about stats, let's take a look on his abilities. In my opinion, his best skill is Slaughtering Blade. It deals 2.8 times damage and boosts your LB fill rate by 200%. His LB is quite nice, so this side effect is good for him. You can use this skill for chaining. It has 8 hits. There are 8 frames delay between each hit. So you can chain this with Van, Lorraine, and other 8 frames chainer. The problem is the starting frame is 0. This doesn't mean this attack will happen immediately though, because unlike, let's for example Orlando, when you use Divine Ruination, Orlando stay on his spot. But for Slaughtering Blade, he needs to move to the enemy before dealing the damage. This means you need to take the distance difference between you and the enemy into an account when you want to do a chaining process. Okay, so the distance between you and your enemy is the first frame delay. So it may be a little bit tricky to chain this skill. The next is Hien. This is AoE attack. It deals nice amount of damage, 3 times damage. It is higher than most AoE attacks, so definitely useful on the farming event. Those 2 are his base attacking skills. He also has Blind Sight, which deals 3 times damage, but it is mediocre in my opinion, unless you really lack a finisher in your party. It is always better to use these 2 compared to Blind Sight though. He also able to buff your party with Inspire. It increases your attack and magic by 80% for 3 turns. Usually I always say Soleil, but this time I won't, okay, because he is an attacker and having 80% buff is really something. Also, usually Soleil use her defense or spirit buff first, so you can use this as a placeholder until you buff your party's attack using Soleil. It is not like those 40 or 50% buff, okay? It is 80%, so it is very high. The drawback is the MP cost. It is very high. It costs you 80 MP, so try to not use this too frequently, okay? So simply use it once as a placeholder. After that, let Soleil do the job. Not only that, he also able to become breaker. Both of his breaker skills deal 1.9 times damage, so nothing special. The effect is also only 40%, 5% lower than Warrior of Light Eraser. So just treat this as a backup skill. What I like about the skill is the pairing effect. Kotetsu Flash will decrease defense and spirit, and for attack magic you can use Way of the Mind's Eye. You can use this when your Warrior of Light needs to provoke or do other things. So yeah, definitely good for a backup. His LB, Lion's Roar, it is good LB. It deals high damage and only one hit. This means you can use this as a finisher. Slaughtering Blade buff will allow you to use this LB frequently, especially if you chain your Slaughtering Blade with others. It also has break effect. However, the amount stats reduced are not that great, only 44% at the max level. So at the maximum level, it is still 1% lower than Warrior of Light Eraser skill. But if you don't use Warrior of Light and need a breaker, he can become a reliable breaker with this LB, because I believe with your Slaughtering Blade buff, you will feel his LB very fast. Okay, so you won't have any problem casting this. Should you level up this LB? I think it is not worth, because I almost always bring Warrior of Light to my party, so the break effect is not tempting for me. But yeah, if you are not like me, for example, you use Earth Veritas as your tanker and you need a breaker, then you can use him and probably need to level up this one. Okay, so it is not a bad LB, but yeah, it is a matter of your preference. Okay, so I cannot tell you whether to level up or not to. Okay, so enough about abilities, let's talk about equipment. One good thing about katana is you can get the powerful katana easily on the early game. You can simply kill White Dragon and get that Muramasa. After that, defeat Gilgamesh for Genji Blade. You will be very strong at that time. However, on the global, double hand character may be not that powerful because you cannot stack double hand. This means dual wield core probably better than single wield. Okay, if you choose dual wield, then it is also good because unlike Chizuru, he can equip sword and heavy armor. This means he can take advantage of the Dark Knight Soul. Keep in mind that if you use double hand setup, try to search for raw attack bonus instead of percentage to get most benefit from his sword throw, okay, the double hand like ability. So later you will get Cloud. Okay, so Cloud's Trustmaster reward, from what I know, is the better version of double hand. But okay, and when that happened, I don't think it is worth to give Cloud Trustmaster reward for him. So yeah, enough about equipment. My conclusion for Cor: he is probably the strongest unawakened 4-star base at this moment. If you have awakened Agrias, then Agrias is better than Cor. Agrias awakened Divine Ruination is really good. Okay, so it deals 4 times damage, also imperil enemies like resist, and you can chain it with Orlando. So yeah, awakened Agrias is still the best 4-star base. Okay, like I said, Cor only good for newbie players. For veteran, I believe you already have awakened Agrias. In that case, I don't think you need to bother with Cor. Maybe you can use him with Agrias on the same party if you don't have better attackers. But yeah, I doubt that. Okay, so I believe that if you have the resource to awaken Agrias, then I believe you probably at least have one 5-star space attacker. So I think, yeah, he or she probably better than Cor. Okay, so now his Trust Master reward, it increases 30% attack and 20% critical hit rate. Now let me be honest here, I don't know whether the critical affect your skills or not. I have googled it. Okay, I have read Reddit, GameFAQs and other sites. I always find someone who say it works and another one say it doesn't work. Some also say it works but not on all skills. So really, I'm confused here. Okay, I don't have any clue. However, just in case it doesn't work for the skill, then I don't think it is worth at all to get this. Okay, unless you want to equip it on your counter attacker such as Demon Rain or Gladiolus. But if it does work, then I still don't think it is that good, because critical increase is not like evasion. I think I prefer raw damage boost, so you can use Earth Veritas Trust Master reward or other Trust Master reward. So for example, if your character able to equip Greatsword, then you can simply use Proud Fencer. So in the end, Cor is another good 4-star base who is beaten by Awakened Agrias. True, in my opinion, he is the best 4-star base. I agree that, but against Awakened Agrias, I doubt any 4-star base chainer can compete with her. Okay, until you get your Awakened Agrias, Cor will be on your party for a long time, because yeah, he is really powerful. I give him 9.5 out of 10. His strength is about the same as Glowcar. Okay, so please don't complain I give him 9.5, because remember 9.5 because he is a 4-star base. Also, even if I gave him 9.5, it doesn't mean his strength is close to Orlando. Remember, 9.5 on 4-star base compared to 9.5 on the 5-star base. Of course, the 5-star base will always win. Okay, so I give rating based on the base stats. Okay, so yeah, please don't compare it with higher tier characters. So yep, I think that's all you need to know about Cor. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.